always remember, folks, if you're gonna treat us like shit, go for it. Just don't treat shit better than us.
Welcome
to a brand new Los Angeles rant that goes nowhere.
Oh yeah!
Like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more. Well, this year's starting to be shitty.
Definitely year of the rat, that's for fucking sure.
We got the fucking coronavirus. We got a bunch of snitches who call me a snitch. And NAMM are a bunch of fucking fags. But on to my adventure. I don't believe it. My adventure started on January 4th for Mechanical Manson, a tribute to Marilyn Manson. And King's Fate, tribute to Merciful Fate and King Diamond.
Yeah, for King's Fate, we wanted to do a little Merciful Fate tonight too, but ran out of time, so next time.
Not bad. There's tribute bands. The Marilyn Manson tribute band was pretty cute. Then on the following Monday was Metal Mayhem Monday with...
It doesn't really fucking matter.
My magazine came out and I needed an excuse to launch it. I got to interview Mr. Jason Rouse. Everybody quiet! His shocked relative.
Depends, to the person that's receiving it, things that people find shocking vary from individual to individual.
And it was NAMM, and got our badges, and then I had to go on the roof to put my war paint on because they don't allow war paint at NAMM.
Which is stupid because people don't go to NAMM to get gear. People go to NAMM to see the celebrities. It's a big giant groupie fest.
Shit. Now you don't even really into rock stars because they're too old because kids don't want to fucking play real music. They want to do pop or hip hop.
Well, duh! Well, you've heard this tangent like 5 other rants, so we don't need to go into it.
Alright, so I can't go into my full war paint, which I've been going to for 16 fucking years.
But you have gender-neutral bathrooms for the fucking trannies.
Fuck, man, eat a dick.
Then it was NAMM Day 3?
Yeah, and I didn't go inside because, fuck their double standards. But on the bright side, after a whole weekend of dealing with fucking douchebaggery and double standards and all that fucking corporate bullshit, I get to the fucking Grove for their Schecter event with Black Label Society and New Year's Day. And security comes up to me and goes, Mojo, and I get all scared and shit because I thought they're gonna fuck with me because I've been fucked up the whole weekend. And well, no, you get to go to the front of the line. I'm like, really? I'm somebody now? While they were in, my friend Jeremy from 45 Grave and Frankenstein, I found out my really close good friend Brian Healy of Dead Artist Syndrome passed away of a brain tumor. Rest in peace, my good friend.
And then what happened?
That was my brother's birthday countdown at Metal Mayhem Monday, and also... my brother's birthday countdown, and we got drunk. Then the next day was my brother's actual birthday with a bunch of tribute bands. Then the following Friday, me and Layla went to the whiskey for Frank Hannon of Tesla, and Layla was all nerded out for that shit. We also went to the Museum of Death, and that was cute. The next day was me and Layla's anniversary, 5 years together. Can you believe that? 5 years. She hasn't killed me or eaten me or any of this fun, cool things that she should have done a long time ago, right? And also, Dirty Dave was having his Dirty 30, Volume 9, at the place formerly known as the King. But me and Layla didn't go to that. We went to the whiskey for Stars from Mars because she wanted to reunite with her old pals. And Bang Tango. Oh, not a bad night. What am I talking about? It was fucking awesome. Then on the following Wednesday or Tuesday, I don't remember because I drink too much, I was on Jason Rouse's Safewords.
I don't care what society thinks. They're nothing anyway. They're no better than me.
And also that same night, it was Kingdom Come's 30th anniversary at the Whiskey. She Wants Revenge, Day 1 at the Roxy, and
Who cares
The next day was missing persons at the whiskey. She Wants Revenge Day 2 at the Roxy, and emo night at the Viper Room. I felt really bad because Layla was sick, and she missed out on 2 things she would have loved to be at. Then I decided to be at... After waiting 20 years of not watching it, I decided to watch the Dune miniseries that was on Syfy channel. And as an adaptation, it's pretty good, but I could really, it's so low budget, I could really see it being in the same universe as Farscape and Lex. Look it up.
And then what happened?
The next day was Metalachi, the whiskey, and... final night of She Wants Revenge at the Roxy, and a band called Iridescent at the Viper Room. It was cool. Then it was Super Bowl. I stayed in.
And then what happened?
Or the Buzzz. And I was on to my real adventure. Started on February 7th, where 69 Eyes and Wednesday 13 played an early show at the Whiskey. And of course, Metal Mayhem Friday with Nightmare and HTH. Talk about badass, dude. It was the anniversary.
Oh, yeah!
As you notice in our interview of Jason Rouse, he brings up Bar Sinister on Wednesdays, their free night. Well, I decided to check it out. Jason Rouse didn't show up, but I hung out with Tim, and that was cool.
And then what happened?
The following weekend was Choir Boys, but I didn't go to that.
What the fuck?
The Elbow Room, we're celebrating Patrons Day. There's an open bar up until 11. I went to Lucky Strikes live for... And also Bar Sinister for their Vampire Ball.
Shame. Bad vampire. Shame.
Walking around.
It is what it is.
All the people make me sick. They're dancing and having a good time. Oh, they're all just full of shit.
Oh, hey, it's my old friend Heath Ledger Joker. How's it going?
All right, let me take it from here, my little red lobster friend. Let a true master of the absurd explain how clown world works.
The extreme always seems to make an impression.
I mean, just look at all this bullshit.
And then what happened?
Following weekend after that was Love Hate's 30th anniversary of Blackout in the Red Room.
I didn't even know that. Actually, I had to ask Wikipedia.
Go home to the Pearl, you're drunk.
That was absolutely tremendous. I thought I was good. You are a sight to behold.
The following weekend after that was Asesino. Wasn't violent enough, no one got hurt.
Shut up and get to the point.
One of these, ladies and gentlemen, that we, for lack of a better word, is good.
Next April for WonderCon. Ain't gonna happen.
It's a business opportunity.
Then the following weekend, oh god, dude, double header.
Book show, canceled. Rib anniversary party, canceled. Disneyland's canceled for a month.
Who cares?
Because fuck Disney. And
This is why Birds of Prey failed and Sonic was successful.
as you know, this would be a little different because usually I talk about what I did for the month, but since everything was locked down because of COVID, oops, I said the word, I didn't really go out much. As you know, I made a bunch of comics and a lot of graphic novels, read them and reviewed them on this channel, and the Lost Anarchy channel primarily. But yeah, I did that, so ordered a bunch of stuff on eBay because got a big fat, stimulus check, and I since I get money from the government and not going out much, been saving up, so I've been buying a bunch of shit. I ordered everything from Elric, of a name I can't pronounce because I haven't gotten to that yet, to Mr. Hero, Lady Justice, a lot of Judge Dredd. I mean, I even have a Doug Anderson trade I'm going to be reviewing soon. From England, actually, not some DC comic reprinting. I'm not IDW bullshit.
All these comic book fucking aficionados are just clickbait.
Bullshit.
CBR did this stupid! Okay, Death Metal, a new Dark Knight is Judge Dredd Batman.
What the fuck?
Apparently they never heard of fucking Judge Death. Fuck you, CBR.
The crime is life. The sentence is death.
I just, I watch a lot of TV series as you saw on the other channels. Umbrella Academy.
Backstreet's back, alright.
So let's talk about Doom Patrol versus Umbrella Academy.
Doom Patrol better.
So the end of the last season, they basically get zapped somewhere, and then they have to focus getting out of their zappedness. In Doom Patrol, they get all shrunk down at the end of the season, and they're all living on cliffs like Railroad. Umbrella Academy.
We have until Monday.
We went through this rabbit hole of Joe Gilgun, because we got finished watching Umbrella Academy. But then, I'm all like, of course, I'm gonna be on this fucking bandwagon of Robert Keenan. And then, what else has he been in?
A lot of Joe Gilgun stuff with the Misfits, that little rabbit hole, and...
Jurassic, we should watch that. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm down. And we watched the first season because Hulu likes to lag on shit. We can only watch the first season, It was pretty good, I liked it. It apparently is autobiographical, or semi-autobiographical, and I kind of wonder, what's true, what's not true. And then? I looked at his filmography after Jurassic, and then I found out that he did This Is England. I'm like, what? He was in This Is England? Because I remember being a freshman and a punk and having a boyfriend who may or may not used to shave his head, but he made me watch This Is England, and I totally fell in love with his character, Woody. And I'm like, oh my god, he played Woody. So, I'm like, Mojo, we have to watch this movie. I remember it being such, not a great movie, but, it's a fucking great movie. What am I fucking kidding, And so we did, and then we found out, oh my god, it has sequels. So, you bet your dummy thick ass that I spent days of my life sitting down right after work watching the ever-living fuck out of This Is England 86, 88, and 90. And then?
Now on to Rocketboy, not to get confused with Rocket Man.
Rocket Man, burning out his fuse out here, alone.
After SCTV, Dave Thomas blasted off as Rocketboy.
Dude, it's hilarious. I haven't watched it since I was, I want to say kindergarten-ish, and it only aired once. It's cheesy as hell, total product of its time. I mean, it even has canned laughter, which is annoying, but for what it is, it works. It has John Candy's also in it, but yeah, it's about this, space hero who works at a video store.
Rocketboy. We began life in 1984, produced by Navola and Orion Television. As a parody of just in time to cash in.
Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. The plan was to make 65 episodes. In reality, only 5 episodes were even produced before the plug was pulled.
Oh, take off, eh?
Thomas played the titular Rocketboy and was joined by veteran actor James Hall as Mr. Long. Unlike many shows at the time, Rocketboy was serialized and would follow the main character and his sidekick Buddy as they went after a supervillain over the course of several episodes.
His secret identity is he's a space hero, like a Flash Gordon type, called Rocketboy, and he takes his car to the car wash and it turns into a spaceship, and he meets up with the ancient one. Meanwhile, the evil Hawkhead is stealing everyone's hair. Yes, he's stealing everyone's hair. See how dated it is. Because back then, being bald was a bad thing. Now it's more acceptable to shave your head.
Get on with it. Each episode's plot would take place on 2 different fronts. First and foremost would be Rocketboy's space adventure.
Hey, you want some Jupiter juice?
Oh, sure. Whether he was consulting Guru Palamon.
Greetings, Rocketboy. I'm relieved that you arrived safely.
Or being rescued by an unorthodox, cute Chewbacca Ewok hybrid named Mr. Pym.
Who is Mr. Pym? Is he a dog or something?
Yeah, he's a dog.
When paired up with the character Palamon, he sticks with him since the merchandising potential is unlimited.
Merchandising! Where the real money from the movie is made.
The second setting for each episode is back on Earth at Wong's Video, a VHS rental store, where Rocketboy and Buddy work when they aren't off fighting intergalactic crime.
But yeah, back to what I was saying. So, he fights the evil Hawkhead and his bird people, and it's cheesy as hell.
First and only saga brought our hero against Hawkhead. Vulture-like man intent on stealing the world's hair or his eggs.
Doesn't bother me, I'm bald, so that does not affect me. If you notice who plays Hawkhead, it's the villain from Mork and Mindy, that, or Mork's weird friend from the Looney Bin, that guy.
Robert Donner.
What? Accident. In this life, yes. Do you mind? We're having a private conversation.
It's pretty badass. And there you have it. It's available on YouTube, and I highly recommend it.
Shut up and get to the point.
Oh, places I went to. Yeah. So as I went through the Wastelands, checked out Venice. It was pretty cool till the riots happened, and then it became like a fucking curfew and lockdown. I got home just in time. Also, Predapool's been the one driving lately, which is kind of cool, you know. And then the Rainbow reopened up, and they got extra strict.
What the fuck is this?
Call it the Night of the Karen. So I sit in the front bench, and some annoying friend of ours is sitting with us, because you're not allowed to table up on the Rainbow now because of COVID and stuff, and the Ron Jeremy
bullshit.
That's my theory, but
whatever.
So the Karen comes in, making a big deal about her mask, and then annoying everybody. I wanted to stab the bitch, but the waitress kept taking forever to get me my drink. Then I found her name was Kara. I go into more detail, but I'm too lazy to animate it, so yeah.
And then what happened?
Well, my good pal Christ turned the big 4-0, and he had a party, ran an HGH, and shit's gonna go good with them. Not gonna say what because it's confidential.
Meanwhile, Predapool's been going to Vegas almost every weekend because that's the only place you can really do anything. Apparently this year, they even canceled fucking Halloween, which defeats the whole purpose of going to a spirit Halloween. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing really much to do since everything's on lockdown. This year sucked. My summer sucked. I actually am kind of relieved. I'm enjoying the solitude. Everybody else been hating it. I've been loving it. I did some Predapool finally updated his shit. I've been doing a lot of music videos as well.
Excellent!
Saw Bill and Ted, and you saw in this review.
I feel so bad for him.
I feel like taking the Bill and Ted challenge and watching all 3 in a row, which I'm probably going to do later this week. But all in all, give it a 7.5. Also, on my adventure, The Boys premiered this season of The Boys, and pretty good. I like it so far, but let's be real here. It's slow and going away far from the source material, typical Seth Rogen who ruined Preacher. And it's gonna end horribly because Seth Rogen can't end it.
Well done!
I don't get why people like Seth Rogen. He steals franchise. There, I said it. So here we go.
Sheep never realize there's a wolf around until it's too late. And they do exactly what the wolf expects them to do. They run into each other, they fall down, they become dinner. Time to eat.
This is a message to the Phantom Menace and their opposing team.
You're a fucking liar.
Dwell on rumors about Star Wars this, Kathleen Kennedy that, and Brie Larson and 80 videos about how you hated Captain Marvel last year before it even came out.
Nag, 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 nag!
With all the gossip you fuckers dwell on, Pedro Pascal, I wonder if he's related to Amy. I sure fucking hope not. But yeah, all the gossip you say about Mandalorian,
bullshit.
Pedro Pascal's not gonna quit. Just hyping things up, just to hype it up. They're fake news. You're just trying to get those fucking hits.
I need one more fucking hit!
Oh, so am I. I have almost as much of a little life as yours, except for, I actually know rock stars, just worrying on that. And I like my solitude, but enough about me. Maybe I should totally do a soundtrack to a DreamWorks animation project and call it Spite the Movie. Saying the fact that, Jeffrey Katzenberg and Dave Mustaine are spiteful little bitches.
Shut up and get to the point!
Am I the only one who fucking hates Seth Rogen?
I mean, come on!
Seth Rogen isn't SJW. He was Ryan Johnson before Ryan Johnson was a thing. He's Amy Pascal's golden boy. Just how Ryan Johnson was Kathleen Kennedy's golden boy. But no, you fuckers praise him. And he is guilty of all your violations.
Why does Seth Rogen get the hall pass?
Come on! All the stuff they're parodying, he is doing in real life.
For example.
You notice how he has to have something gay in there because checklist?
Yeah! Oh, is it working? I can't feel it. Yeah, I can't feel you.
Oh, hell, dude, I'm surprised QAnon people ain't jumping on him right now.
Once again, fuck QAnon.
Make yourselves fucking useful.
They have no clue.
Seriously, you think all this conspiracy theory shit, but you think the fucking COVID's a fucking hoax.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it!
I just finished watching The Boys, and I think just go to Predapool's channel, you'll see what we thought of it.
I think Umbrella Academy Season 2 is probably the best of all of them.
And that's just ironic that an emo boy did better.
Seth Rogen, and anybody likes Seth Rogen.
What did you say, dickhead?
I'll repeat myself.
You don't even bother picking on someone who's Ryan Johnson before Ryan Johnson ever was a thing.
Subverting expectations? Check. SJW checklist? Check. I know, The Boys is parodying it.
But they're guilty of it, and they're doing it right in front of you. Gender swaps? Check. Taking a shit on source material? Check. Complete poser stealing everyone's credit? But no.
He can do it all wrong. The Boys is so great. The Boys is so great.
You realize the thing they're parodying, they are guilty of?
Why doesn't Vought want diversity?
Wow. The Boys comic had a male boss. Valerie was a dude, but they made a woman in the show.
Armed robbery, breaking and entering, aggravated assault on a student. You're looking at 20 to 25 minimum. Or you can come work for me. I could use someone with your imagination.
By the way, I do like what they did with Stormfront, as much as I hate to admit that, but it's only because I used to watch You're the Worst, and she's basically the same fucking character, except she's a Nazi with superpowers.
Polish. It's where Poles are from.
I mean, hell, even her love interest, who's overly taller than her, has blonde hair, just like Jimmy. But enough about that.
Oh, what's this world coming to?
We should have done a martial art movie instead of a boys movie, because, like, let's be real here. Homelander is just a ripoff of Public Spirit. Yeah, he's a parody of Superman, but they did that first with Public Spirit. And the thing about it, too, is you'd think the studios would not let him touch any comic book franchise after what he did to the Green Hornet. But no, we gave him Preacher. And Kevin Smith should have done that.
You gotta do The Boys because, coming off of the success of Preacher.
And look how it ended. Worst ending ever. And I'm calling it right now. The Boys' final finale, not this season, but the final actual series finale, is gonna suck worse than Game of Thrones and Star Wars. Yes, fuck you, Seth Rogen. I've been watching a lot of Tales from the Crypt for this holiday season, and it's been pretty nostalgic for me. I mean, I wasn't allowed to watch it and shit. Here's the Antichrist talking about it.
Oh, dude. For this holiday season, for this holiday season, I've been rewatching a shitload of Tales from the Crypt. And, dude, it was a total Twilight Zone of the 90s. I mean, everything from being an anthology series to, like, the big twist at the end.
What a twist!
You think of that Tales from the Dark Side and Monsters, but Crypt Keeper, which is a badass host. He's up there with Rod Serling.
A strange intersection in a shadowland called the Twilight Zone.
Poor little fellas. When I think of their childhood, all those cute little maggots.
And oh god, I found some favorites so far, like the Vulture episode was great.
You lost, Vulture! Poor Diggs. Here today, leftovers tomorrow.
The POV one with Humphrey Bogart, directed by Zemeckis, was pretty neat.
What was that, Mr. Spinelli?
It's destiny.
The little Red Runner's pretty funny, very meta.
How dare you walk in here and try to pass off that garbage to me? I wouldn't line a birdcage with that story.
The episode with Bill Paxton and Brad Dourif was very reminiscent of Raising Arizona with John Goodman and William Forsythe's character, just because it was so weird seeing Bill Paxton play the tough guy, and to prove how much of a tough guy he was, they have him wear that Motley Crue leather jacket, and see Brad Dourif, Chucky, notorious psycho, playing the wimp one.
Well, we're still a lot like Frank and Jesse James, ain't we, Billy?
Yeah, Conan, shut up. I'm watching this.
The Fred episode was great, especially seeing drama playing basically drama.
There's a difference between being chicken and being stupid.
Oh yeah, how would you know?
I also love the whole concept of ghouls on the show.
DOA is an all-ghouls sorority. You're about to become Delta Omega material now. Dinner.
And of course, you can probably tell that season 6 was a very big time decline. I mean, you go from having like big name actors to like nobody actors, and then the final season going to shit actors.
We've got a guest, kiddies. Whoopi It's a pleasure to meet you.
Even though season 7 was complete because it's obviously they moved to England and hired a bunch of British actors no one cared about. There's only 2 good episodes of season 7, and that is the one with Hugh McGregor, which is weird seeing him play an American in England.
I don't know what a wanker is, and I don't care.
And of course, the final episode, Three Little Pigs episode, just because it was Tim Curry returning to the show as one of the wolves.
Come, Mr. Pig, let's not make up a story.
No, but I didn't do it. I just walked in here. I said I'm not guilty. Yow! Let go of my ear.
My, Mr. Pig, what a mess you have here. But to me, your motive seems perfectly clear.
But I also kind of noticed a few patterns that they just kind of copy themselves. Like they have a male and female version episodes, if you get my drift. They have one about John Lovitz playing a struggling actor auditioning for Hamlet.
You don't have the look.
I'm an actor, Mr. Hallowell. I can give you what you want.
And there's a female equivalent one, which is a struggling actor/model auditioning for a beauty pageant.
It may be a man's world. That doesn't mean I have to take it lying down.
Both similar twist endings. Yeah, it's like they're copying each other. I know that each episode is loosely based on an issue of the EC Comics, Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror, and I forget the third one. Weird Tales, I think it's called.
Good boy.
Yeah, the show, a lot of episodes haven't really aged well, and there's a lot of episodes that could not be made today because of political correctness.
But I'm into something that is kind of a wistful thinking. You know what horror movie I really want to watch, which I've never seen, and I always wanted to just because Megadeth's cover of No More Mr. Nice Guy is on that soundtrack.
No more Mr. Nice Guy. Me, a nice guy.
Wes Craven's Shocker.
I don't think he's dead.
Why do I want to watch that movie so bad? Because it's in the vein of Freddy Krueger, but instead of killing you in your dreams, he kills you through the TV. I'm surprised Hollywood has not made a reboot of it, where some crazy serial killer kills you through social media, like, you know, on your phones and shit. Because you know how fucking awesome that would be? You have some fucking SJW fucking cunt fucking and a Twitter war over nothing.
Have you been on Twitter lately? The answer is no. Then good for you.
She never realizes a wolf around until it's too late.
What I think is really funny about this whole SJW
bullshit.
It's a bunch of 20-something white people acting like...
And they do exactly what the wolf expects. They run into each other, they fall down, they become dinner.
I know I'm trend hopping doing this, but please, 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 SJWs, everyone has a right to do what they want. If they want to be an asshole, they can be an asshole. But everyone else has the right to retaliate, sometimes with violence.
Most of the time you don't use violence because you're too bunch of fucking chicken shits to do it. So instead you
troll them on social media, like what all these little bitches are doing with Chris Pratt.
They've done it to Gina Carano. They've done it to J.K. Rowling. They're saving their most virulent hatred, Chris Pratt.
There's a lot to talk about.
Beggars can't be choosers. And I look at like people who are picky, who can and can't be their friends, may it be politically or religiously or whatever. No different than a fat, ugly, stupid, lame incel who hasn't gotten any, will never get any, and acts like they can be picky of who they can bang.
There's a lot of good and there's a lot of nonsense.
We now have professionalism being sacrificed on the altar of politics, with this being called privilege.
Because apparently he did not show up to a rally to raise funds for the Biden candidate.
Apparently that makes him an orange man voter.
Leave Chris Pratt alone.
I mean, come on.
He's being anti-political.
The simple truth of the matter is, these days, cancel culture will find you, even if you do nothing at all.
I mean, what's the real difference between starting shit and playing victim and asking for it?
Come on!
What's the difference between fighting and arguing / defending yourself? It's the same fucking thing.
Now, the worst thing about Chris Pratt to the Twitter mob is he's a Christian, a straight white male, and he is conservative. These are evil, evil things to the woke Twitter mob, except that is a complete and total lie.
Yeah, he's a Christian, but he's an actor, and he's saying how he has no right telling you who to vote for because you're fucking pretenders for a living. What right do they have to tell you how to live your life? That's all he's doing, really. I mean, seriously.
Go fuck yourself.
Tina Carano was attacked for not putting pronouns in her Twitter description, as if you can be guilty of being an ist or a phobe simply by living your life and choosing how you wish to describe yourself.
Choose Life was a well-meaning slogan from a 1980s anti-drug campaign. And we used to add things to it.
Which is what I thought these hypocrites were allegedly defending.
Rather than hunting strong, healthy prey, they go after the weak, the injured, the sick, the most vulnerable.
But what else would you expect from a Brie Larson bot?
Chris Pratt is being attacked by cancel culture simply because...
Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
Bullshit. Who did not adequately bend the knee to the woke wankers on Twitter.
People, you know, like Philip DeFranco and other check marks out there. These are influencers. I mean, some of them are heavy influencers. Some of them are in the mainstream media. Some of them are well positioned in their fields. But hey, you know, that's not privilege. Oh no, that's not privilege at all.
Who cares? Everyone leave Chris Pratt the hell alone. He hasn't said anything. I think he's doing the right thing by keeping his damn mouth shut and just concentrating on entertaining us and taking us out of the seriousness of this crazy-ass world that people are so heavily inclined to destroy.
I refuse to play your Chinese food mind games.
Finally, here are my predictions of season 3 of Cobra fucking Kai. If they are bringing back Terry Silver, Shozen, and Mike Barnes, then here's my predictions. Mike Barnes take Hawk under his wing, and the reason why Mike Barnes becomes his official teacher is because...
Do you fight as hard as you negotiate?
Harder.
You got your 50%.
And plus the fucking message is bomb.com.
In the darkness of this room, the walls keep closing in. I'm feeling worse than I can cope with. There's no way out of here. One final exit way. Maybe tonight's the night I'll finally take it. 'Cause midway through my life, I have lost my way.
I know it's bad to condone suicide, but when you're doing the world a favor, kill yourself. And that's my year in review. I also went to the Rainbow on Halloween and the usual after party, but that's obvious.
Well, duh!
This year sucked. Took away all our plans. We got a new president.
Whatever.
Hopefully won't fuck it up unlike the other one. I know all you Trumpers will say, I don't know what I'm talking about. That's it. Here's to 2021, and hopefully the rest of the decade won't suck. Yeah, that's basically it. And of course, most importantly, I can't end the video without saying... YouTube for trying to censor me or stopping me from getting any following. You just
Go fuck yourself.
I do think that a completely fair society is probably impossible, but as an aspirational goal, it produces results that typically range from benign to beneficial.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
The 90s called. They want their everything back. And if you want this 90s regime mentality to stop, just be a warmonger. Because we were hoping that we would have had the end of the political correctness with Trump, and it worked so well, didn't it? I get it, you have no life. We live in a time where you can't really have a life because of COVID. But still, this is way more entertaining than these fags. Later, bitches. And I'm asking all you people, because we're living in a pandemic. Check out our Patreon, linked in the description as you can tell, and support our cause. We don't get paid for this shit.